Hello, welcome back to Roll for Damage. I'm super excited. Today marks the anniversary, the 1 month anniversary of when I rebranded my YouTube channel to help with the tabletop community. Being 1 month in, we're over 400 subscribers, which is fantastic. Thank you all so much for the support and everything y'all do to help me become better at what I do. Okay, so last week we did some hex grid tiles, and the problem that you run into with hex grids is it's very hard to come up with a square room, which does happen pretty often. So the difference between the hex grid tile, modular tiles, and the normal linear grid tiles is the edges are completely different. You see on the left side of the screen, it has that little zigzag pattern, and toward the bottom of the screen, it has that hexagon-like grid tile. So it requires two different walls. So what I'm going to do now is I am creating a bigger base to start my tile with, and this is using the same pattern as the one we used in the last episode. I just expanded it times 6. So that little paper stencil right there, I spread out 6. I marked all the dots, and then I went back and scored all the hexagons in place. Now, the quirky thing about hexagons is if you're going to go from north to south, the way it looks now, north and south are very linear. East to west is zigzag. That's also the quirky thing about hexagons. Alright, so we are going to make our new wall, and I'm going to use this scrap piece of material. This actually comes along the edging of the EVA foam when you purchase it. You know, us crafters, we save every little scrap we can because you never know when you're going to need it, and it happened to work perfect for this actual piece. So, alright, that's all we have to do. We're just plugging a wall. My walls are 1.5 inches tall. And on this one, I didn't want it to stick out very far like the side walls, so these walls are actually going to be glued on the back side of that strip we just cut out. So these have to go an additional 3/8 of an inch wider to make up for the difference in the wall height. Because again, I'm not sitting on top of another piece of foam, I'm going to sit on top of the actual countertop with this wall, and it's going to be glued to that little hexagon strip that we had cut. And that's how we're going to glue it, exactly how you see it. So let's put some hot glue on it. Make sure you put the already textured side toward the bottom. There we go, and there's our foundation for our squared room. Alright, so I'm going to go back with my hot iron, and I'm just going to score these hexagons in deeper. Alright, so go ahead and finish that whole piece out, and then come back and texture. And what I'm showing you now is that in the previous episode I said if you wanted to get rid of that more in your face kind of hexagon like, you would pull from those edges and pull that foam, melt that foam to get that crispness of those hard edges away. And that's just kind of what I'm showing you. And you'll see it much better when the entire tile is done. And it's just random patterns. I tend to make sure I get all the edges kind of somewhat melted, because I don't want those hard stand-up edges either. Just be careful along your edge pieces where these tiles will meet another tile. You don't want to warp or manipulate that tile to be the shape that it's not meant to be. So you want it to stay a hexagon so it matches up with an adjacent tile. So just be careful on those outside rims. Now you could leave it like how it was. That was a nice, pretty interesting gray color, but I need it to match the rest of my tiles in terrain, so I am painting it my charcoal gray, and I'm going to go back with my mud and light gray highlights to finish it off. But feel free, it's a tremendous, when you melt it gets a little darker in the spots that you melt it. So it gives it its own texture and color scheme when you go to burn those in. Just going back and adding those highlights, and I'm going to make sure I catch all the edges and every edge around the hexagon. You want every little tile to stand out, if that's what you want. If you don't want that, go back and you see how I blended that mud across tiles so it doesn't look like individual tiles, it looks like a space with tiles that happen to cut it into sections. I also mentioned this in my previous post. Somebody asked me why I choose EVA, and this is why. I could bend this, it could get stuck in my car, it could move, my tile's not damaged. It falls right back into place. That's the reason I use EVA. I don't want to put in all this hard work and labor and accidentally crush one of my tiles or a house or anything along those lines. This stuff just pops back. So, thank y'all. Please like, subscribe, click the bell. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I have more things coming. I'm going to show y'all how to do some doors with this, but I just wanted to get a square room for y'all to see that it can be done.